the most beautiful parts of the city, Sagalassos, such as, for example, Sagalassos, with cheese and potatoes. These excursions are great because they are not too far away, and you only need to spend half a day visiting the most beautiful mess, but at the same time, you can no longer climb the Olga Land. Yachts transfers excursions, both group and individual. Everything you seek in Antalya. Subscribe. See.
At the foot of Mount Sagalassos, we are visiting the plane tree. It's 1,500 years old. And a very interesting trunk. You can take beautiful photos right inside.
Our little car is on the way to breakfast. Right here. Sagalassos is nearby. We stopped in a cafe with tents. Turkish. You eat here. You can have a regular Turkish breakfast, or you can choose from different options. They have unlimited. We ordered unlimited for the guests. And what I like here are these national tents. I'll show everyone. Where convenient, settle down to chat, drink tea, and then head off on our journey. There are hammocks here too. Here we have our tourists, guests, and our guide. Here, these little pastries are called unlimited and absolutely delicious. And with different fillings. Yeah, here's the mix. Yes. Here, looks like, yes, the one with cheese is with potatoes. I want the one with potatoes. We will to continue our travels. So the conclusions are as follows. No matter how hot it is in Antalya, the weather here is wonderful. Very good. And Sagalassos is good for a reason. There aren't as many tourist groups there. What's available in Fidi Internet? Nearby, in the Manavgat area. Here we are, we've made it to Sagalassos. We'll be out in the open air, in the ancient city. To be continued. It's located in the Burdur province. What can I see you on? This is our Antalya coastline, all of it. The coastline.
Here.
I always go through with the museum cards for the tickets. Thank God the prices for them haven't changed, and the entrance ticket. Especially all of these children. No, that's it. I'm going.
As we previously agreed upon, for instance, we are specifically discussing approximately around the year 1400 BC. Sometimes millennia BC. There is already a description of the city of Savalaska. Hawalas. This is the name, but later it was called Sagalassos. So Havalasa. This name is actually mentioned by Seta. Seta, as I mentioned before, was a very civilized state, and they used writing. So, in written form, this information, these artifacts, for example, they actually belong to that period. The text is completely fine here. Well, there are also places there where you can get it. Well, there are some left and someone with living water. A true mountain spring. It should be noted, Alexei. There. Well, plus of course, the city, for example, has an analysis system. We will see just how fire is the theme. And we can see how it turned out today.
please stay tuned for more updates. Please.
We approach the most beautiful part of the city of Sagalassos through this arch.
They are in their original form, gin order. This building has completely collapsed. This way, over here. It was collected from the ruins. There, just from the ruins.
Here we are, in the very place that made it worth coming here.
This is exactly where all of this was announced, for the residents of the city. This was the administrative part of the city at the highest point. So is it supposed to be after the shadow? Yes. And also, for example, here were discovered statues about 5.5 meters tall. Emperors Hadrian, Trajan, and Marcus Aurelius. These are actually the most electric pyramids. So it's a grid plan in the city. Further down, the street continues, going downwards, for example, over there down the hill, where we see the building. That is indeed the monumental structure dedicated to Hadrian and Trajan.
We have descended into the ancient Roman baths. What beauty we have over there.
Pattern drain.
And over there, the conval brings the underwater of Ada. You have a beautiful view.
The drone is flying, the quadcopter.
Look, this is literally what we have in Skye. Duanya. When people entered the city, they had to pass through. This is where we used to wash up. Do we know what a pandemic is? Not just hearsay, so as not to bring in some kind of infection. And they could continue on. And there are accordingly places where everything was covered with marble. You see, these are what remains. The spikes on which all of this was hung, and accordingly this is where they used to cool off. There were various councils here. Who knows one about Rome? And here we sat and chatted. The floor was heated, just like it is now in the hammam. You know, those hot tables, they were heated with steam. Here, there were of course also pools with cold and hot water where you could cool off as well. Just like in our current spa salons, there were various types of services, absolutely everything. So that's why it's so beautiful. It may seem like just a few columns, but they carry so much historical weight. So you see the top is black and the bottom is white. This was before white. Layer, soil, and this entire Roman bath was excavated. Even excavated. It's recommended to go there in the morning so you can easily take something to snack on with you. With a view like this. Or there is a cafe here. Here. It's truly such a viewing platform and exhibition. Sao?
Subtitles were made by Dima Torzuk. Many tourists miss out, not even knowing that there's something here. This kind of exhibition hall, he shows us many moments, how this place was restored, what artifacts were found here, and what they looked like. Inside there's something on the right and something on the left. Here, the big side is to the left. We finally arrived at my favorite cave, and right away there's such a coolness. And Olya asked about the sweaters several times, but no. And Olya, already prepared in her sweater, is walking. We've finally arrived at our destination. If you want, we can grab a helmet at the ticket counter. Of course, as usual, nothing can be seen in the cave, but everything is very beautiful. Take my word for it. Inside, there's a lake. You can only get there by raft. That's the little tool shed over there.
Yes, yes.
And there were Brodina. Yes, yes. Well, the views there are really nice. And
Beautiful steps.
yes, certainly. System indeed. Look, structure. All this beauty. Old subscribers know what? I and the cave are one and the same. It's impossible. It's hard for me to tear myself away from the caves. I love them so much, but to capture all the beauty. Of course, we need to make a little effort, and we are moving towards each other. To the lake, with tourists, the Count. I highly recommend this cave for a visit if you're heading towards burdur, to some beautiful lavender fields or Alda. I definitely always make it a point. I'm turning it on. Her into the program. And of course in my company, OZLAND Travel, you can always order a personalized program. I personally always visit such magical places and create itineraries. I'll give you routes that will include not only ancient fairy tale cities, but also these kinds of natural places that take your breath away and leave a lasting impression. From Turkey, a complete picture is forming. Today we visited both the Turkish restaurant and the ancient city, and a 1,000-year-old tree. So make sure to subscribe. Here's the price list for regular group tours. You can find it at the link below the video. This was Olga Land with you. We are waiting in Turkey. Well, of course, with us, you can order personalized transfers from our own fleet. Look. So the prices will also make you happy. Take it. Here it is in full. Price we have 27 and 35. Years for children and 35 years for adults.
Olga Land. Yachts, transfers, excursions, both group and individual. Everything you seek in Antalya. Subscribe.